Conditions here today, a festival of sunshine and showers. Today I'm in Pilton. Yes, Pilton. That's where they have the Glastonbury Festival. It's about 6 miles from Glastonbury. And whilst I was coming for a short walk, but now I've turned it into a 2 trig walk. So rather than doing 2 miles, I'm going to do 10. This is going to be the most unplanned walk I've ever done. Proper little church, that, isn't it? Oh yeah, I've got my cap on the wrong way around. I thought, you know, just getting into that festival feel. Right, I know where I'm going. That's better. The good thing about this walk is I thought perhaps it gives a different perspective of where they have Glastonbury Festival, because there's nothing there now. Yeah, so the route I've just plotted takes us right round the Glastonbury site, hence the 10 miles. Here's our first off the road. Titty Barn. Maybe it's Tide. This is Ashes Wood, so named because it's where the ashes from the lime kiln were thrown. And I imagine a lot of people probably end up camping in this wood and trying to jump over the wall somewhere. There's probably cameras in here. Nice wood. According to OS Maps, this walk will probably take me 4 hours. Walking from Pilton around where Worthy Farm is, but the footpath just goes past the sewage works. See? It's not all glam, is it? Yeah, walk straight into the festival. Although I am a month late. Yeah, so even a month later, they're still moving some of the infrastructure. Just over there is the pyramid stage. Not took it down yet, although I do think they leave part of that structure up every year. And I'm in this place where it looks like it's had pods, and the fields all over there have been used. It's absolutely massive, this place. Yeah, there's still lots here. It just shows you the clear-up operation after Glastonbury must take 2 or 3 months. This is one of the installations that I think the DJs played in here on the back of what is a Merlin helicopter. Hey? Yeah. It doesn't look that glamorous now in there. In fact, it looks quite shit. But when they've got the lights on it and the music, it's probably quite an impressive sight. Wonder where you can get a second-hand helicopter from. One thing about this site, even though there's nothing here now and there's nothing left of the festival, this particular area does have a different feel about it, and I think it's those ley lines. And I don't know whether they're amplified because of the 432,000 volts that's flowing over it. Walking ley lines, never seen anyone do that. One for 2025, another idea. And public footpath takes us to a short section of road to the top of the hill, and then we cut off cross country along the ridge. And that should give us the best views of the day. I think it's some kind of event. some speakers and things. It's probably a wedding, a weird wedding. They call it Celtic wedding or something. I think that's what it is. This is the Monarch's Way. I think I've been on the Monarch's Way before. Alright, well, we're off the beaten track now. I've only done 2 miles. Shit. I think I've bit off more than I can chew. So I'm moving away from where the festival and Pilton, and I'm walking to Pyle, and that's where the first trig point's going to be today. So here's a first. Walking through East Pennard, or getting to East Pennard, and the footpath takes us through an orchard. Clearly apples, which can only mean one thing when you're in Somerset: cider. I neither like cider nor apples. I'm just coming down into Pennard. I haven't seen a tree this big before. I'm just going to go and stand next to it for scale. But it's massive. It must be a massive oak. Camera doesn't do it justice. Let's see if I can. It's massive. Bloody hell. New category for trigs. Biggest trees. Number 1, Pennard Oak. And today's telephone box is ferns. Well, it doesn't smell of piss, but it's full of ferns. Cheese farm shop. Oh, hello. Oh. Well, this is the sort of place I wasn't expecting to find in the middle of a walk. Batch farm cheesemakers. Just bought some cheddar. Slightly distracted, that's added another 20 minutes onto me walk today. But a nice surprise. So I'm leaving East Pennard now, and I'm walking towards the first trig point of the day, which is Pennard Hill. It's around about 140 odd metres high. So unless anything eventful happens now, I better start just focusing on walking there. The trig point is going to be in a farmer's field. Yeah, it's not going to be on the roadside, is it? It never is. Worst time of the year to find gaps in hedges, full of brambles and nettles again. Oh, hello, perfect. Let's try this. All right, according to my calculations, it's in that lot. Oh, Jesus, here we go. This is like last week. Probably going to walk past it. On suspicion, there's a bit of flat grass up here. Maybe someone's already been. No, oh yeah, there it is. Ha! Yes, indeed. There it is. Oh. Pennard trig point. That was Pennard. Fine. Oh. Nettles. Viewpoint. Let's have a look. Well, it's 180 degrees as there is a big hedge with a road on the other side. It's in a farmer's field and it overlooks quite a nice view actually of the Mendips over there. So that's all the Mendips coming off. And you can see the sun shining on the hills there. It's lovely. So it is actually a very nice viewpoint. The beauty of it, well, not a lot to say really. It's not that beautiful with a noisy road there and things. Distance wise though, you can see quite a few miles in that 180 degree direction, so not too bad. Historical reference, there's not a lot here. It sits along the Fosse Way, the Roman road that runs quite a distance of Fosse Way. I think it goes through about 3 counties. Discovery index, it's difficult to find in amongst all this. Got a bit of ivy growing on it. In fact, I'll do it a favour, take that off, make it for the next person who comes on this after watching this video. Difficulty to get to, it's not that difficult because there is a little hole in the hedge and it's just a quick 10-15 metre walk back down into the field. Access, well, like I say, you're on the edge of the farmer's field. I don't think anybody would mind, if I'm honest. The condition, well, it still has its plate. Pretty good nick. Oh, it's actually quite warm today. So I never knew that. Actually, you could put some kind of heat generator. Picnic ability. I've made my own little area here. I think it's wheat. Obviously very important. Somebody's sitting in it who eats maybe 8 or 9 Weetabix for a morning. As you can see, it's not really cracked up for being a picnic place. There's nowhere to really sit. There's a noisy road there. Fucking hell, I've just been bit. Sorry, didn't mean to swear. Today's picnic of choice, the old favourite, peanut butter and Vegemite, and a blue riband. Very retro. 93 calories. Right, goodbye to that. Oh, I can't get over how warm that is. Right, time to make I keep saying right, let's just get out of the bloody field. Done about 4.5 miles to get to this point. And there's another 4.5 to go. So it's about 10 mile in all, with a few detours, I imagine. But the next trig point is Pilton. Everything's Pilton. Giganticus. Pile. It's a pile of quality properties. So coming away from Pile, and should be out on the west side of, the west side of Pilton now. And actually, there you can see quite clearly the pyramid stage. I think actually they do use these fields over here for extended camping and then drive people in. Oh shit. I have noticed that there's lots of properties and fields with this distinctive font sign, the Glastonbury font. Everybody's been given one. You can imagine Glastonbury's, 250,000 people on the Sunday. The most densely populated area on earth per hectare or something. When it was in full swing, the lineup was shit. Wood rubbish. It's been generated from the festival. There's loads of it. I think they should share it out to the residents of Somerset who've got log burners. Yeah, that'll do. So that brings me to the full circular, more or less, of the festival site. 7.68 miles to walk around it. Gives you an idea of how big it is. Probably about 8 to 10 miles circumference, you know. Right, on to Pilton Trig Point. Upper Pilton now, top of the village, just over there, where the trig point is. So hopefully most of the elevation will be done through this field. See the other hill right over the back there, where I walked this morning. It's likely to be in this field, and there's a gate there. So actually I might be able to shortcut. Lovely flowers, by the way. Don't know what they are. See, right across the Somerset levels, Glastonbury tour. But I believe it's in this field somewhere. Overgrown. And again, another one that's hard to find. It should be here. I think I'm on the wrong side. I can't find it. My only option now is to go and see from the road. I don't think that's likely. I'll have a bit of a rummage around, see if I can find it. Here's the hedge from the road. I think it might be closer on the other side, but I'll just lean in just so you can see. Hopefully you can see it there. Yeah, and I think that might quite be accessible from the other side. So I'm going to go back down because I want to sit down. But there it is. Aha! Pilton Trig Point. What a pain! Pain in Pilton. That was the most painful trig point so far. Viewpoint. Well, as I've already shown, you got a lovely viewpoint in Glastonbury Tor there, all the way out to the levels to probably Exmoor at the Quantocks. So distance-wise, it's definitely a great distance that you can see. Obviously, with it being in a hedge, it's 180 degree. Historical reference, well, all I'm going to say is there's loads of ley lines in Pilton, and Pilton's historical reference goes back with the festival, going back into the 60s. £1 to get in for a pint of milk and entrance to the festival. We've come a long way. Discovery index. Well, as you can see, or rather as you can't see in there is a trig point. And in terms of being able to see it, well, it's pretty difficult to find. I've had 2 attempts, one on that side, on the roadside, and this side as well. Still didn't find it, but there it is. Access, well, it's easy to get to. There's only a gate just down the side there. Condition of it, well, I believe it is intact actually, and it's protected somewhat in the middle of that. Accessibility, well, this is a farmer's field, but like I say, you're only a quick hop over a fence and down the hedge, so it's not too bad. Probably one of the lowest on Discovery Index for actually finding it. Really did think I wasn't going to get this one. Picnicability, that is the picture of picnicability, right there. Well, if you can get yourself in this field, you've got a lovely vista, and it is, on a lovely day like this, absolutely perfect, ignoring the cowpats. Lovely place. Trig points are a bit shit, but can't have everything. Anyway, off we pop down onto this quiet road, all the way down the hill. All downhill from here. More or less back to the crown now, just here, and I just had a little check. 11.4 miles, so it's a bit shorter than I thought. Just over 4 hours. There's a lot of messing about at that last trig point, wasn't there, really? Bit of a strange one today, if I'm honest. Bit higgledy-piggledy.
Get some good footage?
I think so. Yeah, it's 12 miles, so I'm quite knackered now. So I was thinking about having a water.
Okay, then you thought would be at?
Well, if it's 4%, does that mean it's 96% water?
Exactly that.
I'll have the fortitude
Do
then.
that.